Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. Of course, in this video, I want to give you guys a little update what's happening with Bitcoin today, and of course the entire cryptocurrency market. Okay, even though yes, straight up, right, the market is not really moving. Okay, not much movement. Okay, we're not seeing anything too crazy, anything too interesting right now that's happening for crypto, but still, okay, I want to show you guys a fair few charts today in the stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. Just give me one sec, make sure everything's all good. Uh, okay. Okay, we're good. Just gonna make sure, guys, everything's all good. My mic's working. All right. So yes, like what I was saying, Bitcoin. Okay, it's not really moving, right? It really isn't. Still consolidating. Still though, hanging strong at $26,000. So that's obviously great to see. The market today, overall, okay, down 0.47%. So for the past 24 hours, we aren't seeing much movements for altcoins, including Bitcoin. So that's that. But we are in fact seeing some altcoins having a slight drop, but nothing too crazy. Okay, we are in fact seeing some slight dips though. But guys, in the stream, I really want to talk about Bitcoin. Okay, I really do believe a lot of new Bitcoin millionaires will in fact be made in the next bull market. So of course, I'm talking the year 2024 and 2025. So in this stream, I really want to talk about that, and I want to show you guys a fair few charts, of course, in this stream. So this chart right here, and I believe this chart right here on the right was from 2020. As you see, in 2020, we did in fact hit a bottom right there. And then we saw, Bitcoin break above from the bottom, okay, and it was sort of consolidating, and it was in fact forming this slight downtrend, like what it's doing right now. So we know 2022, last November, Bitcoin actually went below $16,000. I actually hit $15,000, and that was in fact, its bottom, right? So 2022 bottom was around here. Okay, and that was back in November when we saw Bitcoin at $15,000 below 16K. And then we know, okay, at the beginning of 2023, we saw in January, Bitcoin absolutely pumped up out of nowhere, right? Pumped up all the way up to around $24,000, and then it went back down, had a rejection back down to $20,000, actually went below $20,000, around 19.8K. But then we saw Bitcoin pump once again, and it was in fact forming this downtrend. This is where we are right now. So you guys know I'm a big believer of history repeating itself and history sort of rhyming, right, with these patterns, okay? So I really do believe, what happened in 2020 is going to happen in 2023, where we are right now. So in 2020, we saw Bitcoin have this slight downtrend, right, for a while, and then all of a sudden it broke out, right, and it had a little correction, and then it absolutely broke out, right, from that. Now, the same exact thing, right, could potentially happen right now for Bitcoin, potentially, right? I've been telling you guys many times, okay, from this downtrend, Bitcoin will in fact have a breakout. Sooner or later, we will in fact have a breakout. Now, for all the people out there that think we're going to see Bitcoin back down at $20,000 or below $20,000, I'm sorry to say, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's just very unlikely to happen. And I've been telling you guys that, mentioning that many times for you guys, right? That I really don't believe, we will in fact see a 20K Bitcoin ever again, or even, Bitcoin dropping back down below $20,000, right? I don't think that's very unlikely to happen, because a lot of people think, Bitcoin, we will in fact see a 10K Bitcoin. I don't think so. Okay, I don't think that's going to happen, right? I don't think that's very realistic. We know the Bitcoin halving is literally right around the corner. That's going to happen, less than 1 year from now, and we have already hit bottom, right? So I don't think Bitcoin's going to hit bottom again, right? That has never happened in Bitcoin history, right? So it's all ups from here, and Bitcoin will eventually break above this resistance line. Okay, once it breaks above $27,000 and it breaks above $30,000, I think this rally that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin throughout this year in 2023 will continue on. So Bitcoin's going to go back up to 30K. Once it hit $30,000, okay, I'll show you guys right here on TradingView. Once it surpasses $30,000 on this resistance line, it will in fact go back up, and I think that is when, guys, we will in fact see this rally that we have in fact been seeing all of 2023 continue on to the upside, right? So I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are in fact excited as well. And clearly, Bitcoin is holding up very, very well. With all this FUD and negative news, right? Bitcoin's still holding up very well. Same with other altcoins. Altcoins are starting to recover a little bit, not quite, but they are in fact recovering slightly. So that's great to see. But everything's still holding up very, very well. Like Bitcoin is still holding up very strong at $26,000, and it's looking pretty good, right? And it's looking like it's gonna have a breakout, and it's looking like it's going to break at, $27,000, maybe consolidate at this level once again, because we know Bitcoin was in fact consolidating at 27K for quite some time. But I think it will in fact consolidate at that level potentially, right? If we do see Bitcoin, surpass $27,000, then once it, rises back up to $30,000, which is up here, okay, once it surpasses this resistance line, because remember, right, we didn't actually see Bitcoin break above 30K, right? So once it does, and we see Bitcoin at $32,000, we're going to see that rally continue. So it's going to go 35, 40, and eventually $50,000. I've been mentioning, towards the end of this year in 2023, I do in fact see Bitcoin reaching at least $50,000, right? That's just my personal opinion. So what we saw in 2020 could potentially happen in 2023 right now, right? I'm a big believer of, history sort of repeating itself and rhyming. Okay, so it could happen. We will see. Now, here's another chart that I want to show you guys, and I showed you guys this chart in my previous video, the one that I literally uploaded like a few minutes ago. If you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out, because I did invest more into Bitcoin, and earlier today I actually bought some more Chainlink as well. So if you guys haven't seen my most previous videos, you should definitely check them out. But this chart right here is really important. We know it's all about buying low and selling high, right? But a lot of us, right, especially the new investors, the newcomers, we like to buy when everything is pumping, when it's in the greens. Okay, we like to, a lot of people like to chase that green candle, but we should be doing the opposite. We should be chasing the red candles, right? So it's very, very simple, guys. If you guys want to make money with crypto or even stocks or anything like that, you want to buy low and sell high. It's very simple, but a lot of people out there like to do the opposite. They like to FOMO in. They like to buy at the top and sell at the bottom, and that's when they panic sell and they sell at the bottom. You know what I mean? That's how you lose money, guys, right? So you don't want to do that. You want to buy low and sell high. So this chart really does indicate and shows you guys when to buy and when to sell. So clearly where we are right now, we are in fact in the buy area, and that's why, guys, for the past few months, okay, I've been stacking Bitcoin, right? I've been buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin. I've been investing heavy, and not just Bitcoin, but also Ethereum and other altcoins. You guys see that, right? So I'm trying to accumulate as much crypto as I possibly can right now, because we are in fact in the accumulation stage, and we are in fact in the buying area. We all should be at least buying, investing, and at least dollar cost averaging right now. Okay, and that's why I've been investing heavy into crypto, especially Bitcoin, right? So that's that. Okay, and of course, when we see Bitcoin pump back up to its previous all-time highs and reach a new all-time high, that is pretty much when you want to take your profits, right? Because that's how you make money. Once you take profits and you have that money, that's your money, right? You pretty much made money, and that's how you pretty much make money doing this, right? So you always got to try to take some profits, guys, for sure. But we are in fact in the buy area, so we should we shouldn't really be selling. We shouldn't really be doing any of that, right? Unless you're like traders or day traders, it's understandable. But if you're investing, right, for long term, we should be buying right now, guys, right? Stacking as much as we possibly can for the next bull market, which is going to happen in 2024 and 2025 especially, right? So this chart is indicating that Bitcoin will reach around $48,000 at the beginning of 2024, towards the end of this year in 2023. Okay, that's very realistic. I agree to that, right? But I think we will in fact see a 50K Bitcoin or over 50K Bitcoin, towards the end of this year in 2023, right? And we know the halving is going to happen, okay, around April or May. So once that happens, yes, we're going to see some parabolic pumps for Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin, but also altcoins, right? Altcoins are going to absolutely pump like crazy, and we call it alt season, right? And that's where a lot of altcoins pump, okay? And that's why a lot of people are in fact investing into altcoins. Like myself, right? I've been investing into Cardano, XRP, right? We know about XRP. There's some, exciting news coming up for XRP, with Ripple, versus the SEC with that lawsuit. It should be ending very, very soon, right? Cardano, I mentioned that before, Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, right? Chainlink, okay, I bought a whole bunch of Chainlink earlier today. So yeah, I have in fact been investing into altcoins, but my main investment is obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? But yeah, we will see. So the halving is happening, okay, literally less than 1 year from now. And we know what that means, guys. Bitcoin's going to pump, okay? That's going to be like the beginning of the next bull market. And then every single time we have a halving, that's where Bitcoin tends to pump the most, and altcoins, right? And that's when we really enter, the next bull market. A lot of people think right now we are in fact in a bull market, but I wouldn't say we are in fact 100% in a bull market just yet, okay? We are still in a bear market, which is great news, okay? Still gives us time to stack and accumulate as much as we can right now, because I think right now is obviously a great time to start buying. But you guys see our previous halving in 2020, right? Right here, okay, we saw Bitcoin absolutely pump up to the upside. And that's exactly what's going to happen for the year 2024 and, of course, 2025, okay? And I really do believe Bitcoin will reach back up to its previous all-time highs once the halving happens. And of course, reach a new all-time high. I really do believe, we're going to see a 100K Bitcoin towards the end of the year in 2024, right? That's just my personal opinion. I think that's very realistic, and I think that's very, very possible for Bitcoin. So it looks pretty good for Bitcoin right now, guys, right? It really does. Now, Ethereum. It's been quite some time since I talked about Ethereum, but some exciting news for Ethereum as well that I want to talk about. So Ethereum is holding up very well, right? Ethereum right now is currently at $1,700 just to see. Ethereum was in fact forming this descending triangle, and it broke down from that. And that's why, when I saw that a couple of days ago, I actually bought some more Ethereum, right? I took that as an opportunity to buy more, and I did, right? So Ethereum is still holding up very well, in my opinion, holding at $1,700. And you have to clearly see, with the COVID crash back March 2020, we saw it drop, and then I had this massive parabolic movement because, that's when we're in fact entering the next bull market, right? That's when we saw Bitcoin pumping. And of course, the entire crypto market was in fact pumping, and that's why Ethereum pumped as well, okay? And of course, this was, Ethereum's peak around $4,800, almost $5,000. We didn't quite see Ethereum reach 5K, but it was almost there around $4,800, I believe. Let me just double check on that because I'm not 100% sure on Ethereum's all-time high, but I'm pretty sure it was around $4,800. 4.7, close enough, right? $4,700 back November in 2021, and then that's when we saw Ethereum absolutely drop down, right? So obviously, looking at the charts for Ethereum is obviously a great buy right now, clearly. Okay, and I really hope you guys are in fact buying a whole bunch of Ethereum, because Ethereum is gonna, I reckon, in the next bull market, we will in fact see I want to say a 10K Ethereum, okay? Maybe even higher, maybe a 12K, maybe even a $15,000 Ethereum, right? Potentially in the next bull market, 2025, of course. But you have to clearly see, it looks like Ethereum will in fact have a breakout as well during this year in 2023, and of course the year 2024. So it's looking pretty good for Ethereum, right? It really is. Ethereum's still holding up very well, and actually, Ethereum has performed pretty decently this year alone in 2023, right? Way better than Bitcoin. So it's looking pretty good for Ethereum. And yeah, I've been stacking a whole bunch of ETH for sure, and I've been staking them, okay? And I hope, you guys have been taking advantage of these dips for ETH, because Ethereum, if you're investing into crypto, you're going to need some Ethereum in your portfolio, right? You're just going to need it, right? Ethereum is going nowhere, just like Bitcoin. And it's obviously the second largest cryptocurrency out of the entire crypto market. And if anything, right, if anything can beat Bitcoin, it has to be Ethereum, right? That's the only thing that can beat Ethereum by reaching back up to its, catching up with Bitcoin's market cap. Because a lot of people are in fact saying, the flipping is going to happen for Ethereum, where Ethereum actually flips Bitcoin by, not by price, but by market cap, right? And it's true, Ethereum's market cap is catching up to Bitcoin slightly. And I've been talking about that for quite some time, right? So it could happen. Who knows? Now, this article came out, And I already talked about it, but this is crazy, you know, because a lot of people think, you know, this year alone in 2023, right, Bitcoin hasn't really been performing that great. Like it has, right? Especially January. We saw just in January, we had, you know, a 40% return in Bitcoin, right? For Bitcoin in March, we had like a 23% return, over 20% return. So obviously, Bitcoin has been performing very well. So it's saying here that Bitcoin creates 48,000 new crypto millionaires in 2023. So Bitcoin millionaires are in fact being made this year in 2023. And guess what? More will be made in 2024 and 2025, right? So it's pretty exciting. You know what I mean? It really is. So I don't know. Like it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like literally Bitcoin millionaires are being made right now, guys, this year alone in 2023. With these pumps that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin, right? Millionaires are in fact being made because they know when to buy and when to sell, right? You want to buy low, sell high, just like what I showed you guys in this chart, right? So with these pumps, right, people are in fact making profits here. Okay, and it obviously depends on how much you invest and whatnot, right? But millionaires are in fact being made, guys, right? Millionaires are in fact being made for Bitcoin. And I really do, you know, do believe, okay, personally, with my investments that I have made into Bitcoin and Ethereum and many more other altcoins, I know I will in fact become a crypto millionaire in the year 2024 and 2025, especially, right? 100%. So that's why, guys, I'm really pumped. And that's why I've been taking this once in a lifetime opportunity to buy as much crypto as I possibly can. Okay, because we are still in a bear market. Okay, and we are in fact still in the buy area, right? We really are. So millionaires are in fact being made, okay, this year in 2023 and next year and the year after that, 2025, more millionaires will in fact be made. So be excited for that, guys, right? Be excited for that. But yeah, Bitcoin, right, this month so far is still down 2.8%, still down over 2%, almost 3%. So, you know, Bitcoin is still holding up very well in my opinion. Okay, we could potentially end off this month in June in the greens. We will see. But yet again, this month in June, Bitcoin doesn't really usually perform that well, right? We all know that. But, you know, we will see what will happen with Bitcoin. Now, the Fin Greed Index, give you guys a little update on this. It's currently at 47. We're still in neutral. Yesterday, we were at 49. So it's slightly going down a little bit, you guys can clearly see, but we are still in neutral, still holding up very well. Last week we were neutral, and last month we were in fact in neutral as well. So this is still looking pretty good for, you know, Bitcoin and crypto, right? Everyone's still sort of not really bullish or bearish, right? Right in the middle, neutral. So everything is looking pretty good, right? Because last year, if you guys remembered, especially in 2022, you know, we saw the Fin Greed Index in fear mode, right? Extreme fear and fear, right? It was just all fear, literally. So it's good to see a different word here, right? For the Fin Greed Index, neutral and greed. We were actually in greed mode back in January when it was pumping, and even in March, right? Even in last month in May, we were in fact seeing some greed modes as well when Bitcoin was in fact moving, right? So that was great. Now, we know Litecoin. Some exciting news and things are in fact happening for Litecoin. Okay, and one of them is obviously the halving, right? So Litecoin, the halving is about to happen, guys, literally in August, right? So less than 2 months from now, the halving for Litecoin will in fact happen. We know Litecoin has also a supply limit, just like Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin's supply limit is 21 million. For Litecoin, it's around 84 million, I believe. Yeah, 84 million. Also, Chainlink, right, has a supply limit. A fair few altcoins have supply limits, just like Bitcoin. Chainlink supply limit is around 1 billion, I believe, which is a lot, right? That is a lot. But we all should be really excited for Litecoin. Very excited for Litecoin. And that's why, guys, a couple of days ago, I bought and invested into Litecoin because the halving is about to happen. I really do believe Litecoin will eventually pump. In fact, if you go to the Litecoin charts, where is Litecoin? Here it is. I talked about this a fair few times on my videos where I made videos on Litecoin. If you guys haven't seen those videos, you should definitely check it out. But I made a fair few videos on Litecoin. So the first halving for Litecoin has had a fair few, you know, halvings, right? So its first one was back in 2015 in August. That was its first ever halving. And then the second halving was in 2019, also in August, right? That was our second one. And then our third halving is it's upcoming. Okay, it's going to happen in 2023, same month in August as well. And you guys clearly see, right? Litecoin doesn't really pump straight up once the halving does in fact happen. So I really do believe once the halving happens, we're probably gonna see Litecoin consolidate and whatnot, still at this level below $100, and then eventually it's gonna break above. Right, once the Bitcoin halving happens and all that, Litecoin's gonna absolutely pump, just like what it did right here in 2021. Right, it went all the way up to $400, $413 for Litecoin, and then it dumped all the way down. What was its lows? I have no idea. Probably around like $40, I believe, somewhere around there. But Litecoin is about to pump, man, and that's why I've been telling guys, you should really, keep your eye on Litecoin because it's gonna pump. Do I think Litecoin can potentially reach back up to its previous all-time highs? And its all-time highs was around $400. Yeah, over $400. So I think Litecoin can easily reach back up, in the next bull market, 2024 and 2025. I'm talking can easily reach back up to its previous highs and of course reach on your all-time high. And I think Litecoin can go surpass $600 at least, or maybe even higher than that, right? We will see. Okay. But Litecoin is gonna absolutely pump. The halving is literally less than 2 months from now. So we should be very bullish for Litecoin for sure. Okay. But yeah, countdown's happening for Litecoin. And then we know the Bitcoin halving is literally less than a year from now as well. So everything is looking pretty good for, crypto. It really is, right? And we know the news with BlackRock filing, with Bitcoin ETFs and whatnot. So that's some, incredible news right now. And that's why I think we saw, Bitcoin pumping as well with that type of news, right? Because yeah, for the past few days, Bitcoin has in fact been pumping, right? You guys can clearly see that. Like Bitcoin went all the way down to like $25,000, 24.8 at one point. A couple of days ago, around 4 days ago. And then for the past few days, it's just been recovering, right? You guys can clearly see that, right? Pump, consolidation, pump, consolidation, pump, and now it's just consolidating, right? But it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin, right? It really is. It's holding up very well at $26,000, and that's why today, I bought some more. And I will continue to buy more, 100%. Even if it continues to consolidate, and of course, if it drops back down to $25,000, I'm gonna buy more, right? But we will see because I think Bitcoin will in fact have a breakout very, very soon. Just like what I showed you guys right here. If I can do this. All right, so this downtrend, right? Yeah, Bitcoin is potentially gonna, break above this. You guys can clearly see Bitcoin was in fact forming these, lower lows, lower highs. Oh, sorry, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? And if this doesn't continue, right, then we will potentially see Bitcoin break above this. You know what I mean? So we will see. A lot of people are in fact predicting that Bitcoin will in fact break above this downtrend, but I agree as well. You know what I mean? 100%. So time will tell. We will see, but it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Okay, and we are in fact in the buy area. So I hope you guys are in fact taking advantage of this time right now. You're looking at the charts right now for crypto, and you're just looking through them. Which one's a good buy right now? And I must say, altcoins. Right, altcoins are a great buy right now. 100%. Majority of these altcoins are down so much. They are literally dirt cheap. I've been telling you that many times. Okay, so I think right now is obviously a great time to buy majority of these altcoins. Alt season is literally right around the corner. Majority of these altcoins will pump up, right? They will. Not all of them will recover, okay, obviously, but majority of them, right, especially in the top, I want to say the top like 50 will recover and they will pump. Okay, that's just personally my opinion, right? But yeah, guys, that is pretty much all I really want to talk about for this stream. What do I think about Litecoin? Yeah, Litecoin is amazing. Yeah, I like Litecoin, right? I've been investing into Litecoin, and it's surprising. You know, Litecoin was the second altcoin that was created. You know what I mean? First it was Bitcoin, and then it was Litecoin, right? So Litecoin was the second altcoin to be created, right? And yeah, I'm really bullish on Litecoin. You know, I really do believe in the next bull market, Litecoin's going to perform amazing, right? So that's why I've been investing into Litecoin. I've been hodling into Litecoin, and I'm just really keeping my eye on Litecoin, right? Especially the next upcoming few days, because the halving is about to happen, right? So yeah, that's that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. More videos, of course, and streams will in fact be coming your way. I appreciate all you guys for the support lately. I really do, and I know exactly who you guys are because I read the comments and whatnot. And if you guys haven't seen my most previous videos, you should definitely check them out. I bought some Chainlink earlier today, and I actually bought some Bitcoin as well. So that's that, right? So if you guys haven't seen my most previous videos, definitely check them out. But I appreciate all you guys for real. And I hope you guys have a blessed day as always. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.